when is the last time you've defrosted shrimp?
Not that long ago, actually. Didn't I make you shrimp? When's the last time I made you shrimp?
You didn't make me no daggone shrimp.
Oh my gosh. I have video evidence.
You talking about the frozen shrimp you got that was already cooked?
It was.
Let me finish, please. Because you get on my nerves. All right. So anyway.
Hello, my name is Mrs. Melanin.
And I'm Belief Mel.
And we're here with episode 204 of How Married Are You?
Okay, my name Belief. This is Yvette. We married 13 years. Live in California. We got 4 kids. Relationship scary. It's very necessary. Share our love our struggles. We ask how married are you? Every Tuesday and Thursday, shawty. If you're listening, you're in a wedding party. It's okay if you want to put your hands up. You got the questions. We got the answers.
It's chocolate baby story time.
Chocolate baby story time.
It's chocolate baby story time.
1, 2, 3, and...
It's chocolate baby story time.
What you got?
I guess this is not a good reflection of myself, but I am noticing that my daughter is starting to make commentary about her body image, and it's like listening to myself, and I don't know what to do with it except try to change my conversation of self.
Yeah.
But it's very disheartening. I'm like, oh my gosh, no.
Yeah, man.
She was talking about her stomach being pudgy. She called herself fat. These are on 2 different occasions. And I was just like, yikes. So, yeah, there's that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's an emergency.
Yeah, I acknowledge that. And I think for me, one of the things that I want to kind of shift the focus on is just being healthy. I kind of want to start that kind of conversation with her because she doesn't eat. She also doesn't eat. She's refusing to eat.
But she's not refusing to eat because she's feeling like she's
yes.
She just doesn't like the food she's eating.
She doesn't like the food she's eating. But I think that for me, like, it's a conversation of, hey, like, our food fuels our body. And all of us are going to be different shapes, sizes, whatever. But as long as we are fueling our body with things that are good, I think we're better off. I don't know. Something of the sort. But
yeah.
But it's like, for me, like, I don't even mind doing something where her and I eat the same thing every meal for like however many days. And it's kind of like a Whole30 type vibes because she can eat. Mm-hmm. She can eat. There's food she can eat. She just doesn't enjoy her options. Mm-hmm. So that's the problem. But yeah, and I haven't necessarily been feeling great in my skin. And so it's one thing to like work out, but it's a whole other thing to eat what you're supposed to eat, you know? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I think that for me, because I'm not seeing like, yes, there's wins and gains that we have that are non-scale related. However, I need to start seeing some things happen on the scale. So yeah, but I'm gonna just try to be more positive when I talk about myself.
Yeah, that's good. I think
kids.
Yeah, I'm glad. I don't know when kids stop like walking around the house naked. But I can't wait for them to stop because I just been seeing too many bodies. Like yesterday we were sitting there talking. Were we talking?
No, I don't think we were talking.
We were eating dinner.
No, we weren't eating.
Ugh.
Were we eating yet? Maybe we were.
No, we weren't because you had just started talking about. And like, I just was whack, man. I'm just like tired of like, be like, hey, we call somebody in the room and they're like, I'm naked. I'm like, well, go put something on. And they walk in naked.
Just naked.
Naked and wet from the shower. I'm like, bro, get out of here.
No, but babe, they have full-on lotioning parties. like where everyone will have just finished taking a shower or whatever. Because we have three showers. And then sometimes with Anaya and Uzi, so we have a tub and a shower. So Anaya will take a shower in our bathroom, and then I will wash Uzi up in our tub. And then Theo will use the upstairs bathroom, and then Raya will use the downstairs bathroom. This is when I'm like, everybody get in the shower. I don't care. Everybody in. Mm-hmm. And so then Anaya and Uzi are responsible for for lotioning themselves. And I'm not going to say which brother, but there is a particular brother that always ends up in the room with the other two. And they are just sitting on the floor lotioning. And I'm like, y'all. And so I actually would love to hear, like, because I don't know what's appropriate and what's not, because I feel like at this point they should be covering up.
Well, if they're comfortable, then they're fine. But the whole problem with me is how you lotion and having a lotion party and you still ashy. Ain't no lotion being
babe,
done.
I don't think the lotion's working.
Yeah.
I think we need to try, like, they just need straight up Vaseline.
I don't know. We can't do that. We just got to start using shea butter. It's shea butter, raw shea butter.
Okay. I was going to say something. Oh, I do want for the internets, our children do still have a sense of like who they're naked around.
Yeah.
Because like
in front of everybody.
if there's people, if they know there's someone like at the house or downstairs or someone's coming and they're like, is so and so here? And then they'll run out if they're not here.
Yeah, they're very free and that
within
for us,
our family,
for us.
yes.
But I'm still kind of like, man, go put a robe on. We got you a robe.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah.
That's how God meant it to be in the garden. Yikes. All right.
We are their safe space.
Yo, welcome Black. Sorry, that's not this channel. But we're here, man. Make sure you guys like this video already. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you have not. Make sure that you guys are listening on Spotify. We have been seeing like the Spotify Wrapped and seeing that we're some of you guys' top podcasts, which is super dope. We would love to get a nice review on Apple Podcasts. And share this with someone you love, man. Like this content, I realize how different it is. You know, it's gonna be it's a slow growth, right? We're going a slow route. A lot of the stuff we're saying and talking about, you know, it's not always salacious or like it doesn't grab your attention. And we know that. So, you know, the growth, you know, happens over time. Not to say we're not grateful for what we do have because you guys are, you know, you guys treat us very well. But, you know, I just appreciate, you know, you guys sharing, you know, for the people that do benefit from the content. So, yeah, let's get it.
Speaking of Spotify's Wrapped years, one of the interesting things that I found, because I looked at our How Married Are You year wrap year. How do you say it? And the top episode of the year. Well, did you look? Did you see it?
Mm-mm.
What do you think the top episode of 2022 is? This
2023?
2023 is.
The one about sex?
No. So I'm curious how it'll play out on YouTube versus Spotify, but no.
The one when we came back?
What was the one when we came back?
Episode like 198, 189, something like that.
I actually don't know what episode number.
Okay, what is it?
The Quiet Years of Marriage.
Oh.
That was like the top episode on Spotify.
Yeah, The Quiet Years.
Which I thought was interesting.
We should have Jamal call in and ask him about that. Yeah, that'd be good. All right.
Okay, so we have an email.
All right.
Let's get into it. The subject of the email is, this is a diary of a mad Black woman situation minus the starving and hot tub situation.
I haven't even seen the movie.
Oh.
That's Tyler Perry movie, right?
Yes.
Okay, let me tell you something.
Okay.
We watched Tyler Perry's
We did.
documentary on Prime, Maxine's Baby. It's so good.
Yeah.
It is such a good documentary. It's such good storytelling. It's great. And it makes me want to go back and watch everything he's done.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's like really, like, it's so dope. Such a great story. So if
Yeah.
you have not watched that, even if you're not a Tyler Perry fan,
Yeah.
but if you're just like, you like people who work hard, like this guy is incredible. And some of y'all like you preaching to the choir, right? We already know this. I didn't, so we watched it and it was incredible.
Yeah, I think we knew he was incredible, but like I think because I too am someone who, I grew up on Tyler Perry. We used to like family functions. We used to watch the little plays. I think we had some bootleg things too, but as I got older, I didn't enjoy his content as much. I mean, I feel like some things are better than others, but watching that documentary just helped me develop a greater appreciation for him and his art and just the way he was pushing stuff out. I also feel like I've been so fascinated with people's stories lately. And I think that it's just another reminder that everyone has a story. So we can't often judge the book by its cover, or even like people's success. We can't even judge it by what we're seeing, if that makes sense. But I would just encourage us all to dig more into people's stories. All right. Hello, Yvette and Glenn. My name, I'm not saying it. I'm not saying where you're from either. In 2010, I was 20. Me too. Wasn't I 23 in 2010? When I married my husband, who is from Nairobi, Kenya. During our marriage, I've endured the most emotional abuse and rejection I've ever experienced in my entire life. He was a selfish man who never showed affection towards me. During this marriage, I have been blessed with 2 beautiful chocolate babies, E, who is 9, and E, who is 3.
You just said the letter. They're not saying their name.
I'm not saying their names.
Okay.
In September of 2020, so-and-so, I'm assuming this is your husband, contracted COVID and was in the hospital for 3 months. He was in a coma and on a ventilator.
Oh my gosh.
He eventually came around, but was left paralyzed from the waist down with limited mobility in his upper extremities.
Oh my gosh.
My daughter was 8 months old at the time and my son was 5. He just turned 9 this month. I've been taking care of my husband alone for nearly 3 years with little to no support from his relatives. He is from Kenya, and his immediate family, with the exception of one sister who's local, are all in Kenya. He has one brother in Pennsylvania. My husband admitted to me in March of 2021 that he had been unfaithful in our marriage. We both worked as nurses in a nursing home together, and he admitted to sleeping with coworkers and being addicted to pornography. I was out of work for 3 years taking care of him, and in April of this year, I finally got a divorce. I'm stuck with taking care of him because I can't afford childcare, and I just recently went back to work. I have no support, and I am overwhelmed with doing everything. I'm considering putting him in a nursing home, but I am relying on his Social Security disability to pay the mortgage while I work and try to save after being out of work for 3 years, and to also keep an eye on the kids while I work at night. I am tired and overwhelmed. I feel like giving up. I am in therapy, but this situation is too heavy for going to therapy once a month. I need advice, please. Maybe this can be a topic in your podcast.
A topic for who? That is so overwhelming.
It's a lot.
It's not fair.
It's not fair.
You know?
It's one of those situations.
I'm really, okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was going to say I'm proud of her for getting a divorce.
Yeah.
Because I think some people would have just stayed.
Yeah, I mean, they're divorced, but they're still together.
They're still cohabitating, I guess, in the same space.
And I don't even know what to say.
I wonder if it's possible that her servicing care, despite his terrible behavior, convicted him to confess.
Probably. Because he's probably not sexually active at this point.
Paralyzed from the waist down.
Assume.
Who knows? I'm sorry, you were going to say something.
I don't remember.
You're saying it's one of those things. Yeah, I just, I'm like overwhelmed with how unfair, life has been for you, right? So, but I'm trying to feel like I'm trying to think about like, okay, you know, I think sometimes when things are dark, right? Like we really need a plan to help us focus. You know what I'm saying? And so the goal is for you to be away and not in the same home as him and not relying on him. I believe that there's power in your story, and I think that people can really benefit from hearing your story. Now, I'm not trying to put any more things on your list of whatever's to do, but I believe if we could find the right outlet, right, then I think there could be a monetary benefit from her story. I think. You know what I'm saying? Like book-wise or content-wise. Like there is so much power in what she's experiencing. You know what I'm saying? I'm a person that's like, yo, I'm big on like, yo, turn your pain into passion, like turn it into profit. Like turn your pain into profit, So I think we should brainstorm and just kind of think about ways that we could tell this woman's story,
That we could tell it or she
Somebody
could tell it?
can. Like, you know what I mean? Because I feel like the amount of like care and service that she was dedicated to with her husband and, as foul as he was, like there's so much power in like there are lessons in what she experienced. And I just think that people could benefit from that, And so if there's a monetary benefit from her that can release her from the need for his Social Security, like I think, that could be an option. But that's just me thinking business. You think I'm off?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Okay.
I don't know if you're off, but that's not my first inclination at all.
What's your first inclination?
She said, I'm tired and I'm overwhelmed.
Yes. And I just told her, hey, I got an idea.
Yeah.
That was dumb.
It was dumb, but yeah. She's like, I feel like giving up. I am in therapy, but this situation is too heavy for just once a month. So if anything, we need to get her in therapy weekly. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can we afford that? Or in what ways can we,
help, yeah.
Help. But for me, it's like, I think maybe she just needs more community in this season.
Isolated.
Like, I feel like sometimes, and I understand that you said you're tired and you're overwhelmed, and I imagine that if you're not taking care of him, you're taking care of your kids, and then you're working. And so you probably feel like you have no time. But we have more time than we think we have sometimes. So just think of something. And even if it's a matter of...
What you mean, to find people?
Just because she's probably like, I don't have any time for friends. Like, I don't have any time to hang
she
out
needs community
with anybody.
I mean, could we tell people where she lives, just in case there's anybody who's like, man, I would love to be a support for this person?
Yeah, she's in St. Louis, Missouri. Is MO Missouri? Missouri, yeah.
Yeah.
She's in St. Louis, Missouri. Or she's from St. Louis, Missouri. That's what it says. I don't know if she's still there.
Yeah, we're going to have to follow up with her.
Yeah.
It's not fair, man. I'm like heartbroken for her because...
I can't imagine 13 years. She's been married as long as we have. Or she's been with
Same
this
age as
man
you.
as long as we have together.
I know you wouldn't.
Girl, man.
Yeah, I know you wouldn't.
I'd be so far gone. And the thing about it, though, is the emotional abuse. I know that that's a whole different beast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I've heard so many stories about it that, and it's not something I've experienced firsthand, so I don't really know. But it seems like that type of abuse is probably worse than physical abuse.
I agree.
Yeah. And so, because my thing is like, I can sit here and be like, I wouldn't even let him get that far. But who knows?
Yeah, you don't know yourself there.
I don't know myself there. And I know how my thoughts are about myself.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine somebody telling me, you know what I mean? Like just saying all these different things about me and then me having to overcome not only my own negative beliefs, but their negative beliefs about me.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know if you are a believer, but I will say that God is Jesus and therapy. Honestly, like I know for me when I am tired and overwhelmed and I'm spending time in prayer, and I know that may sound like something else to do, but it doesn't have to be. It could be like you're just talking to, like I'm talking to Glenn. You could be talking to God. And you can even just cry in his presence. But I feel like sometimes just ushering the presence of the Lord or finding a quiet place to be quiet with him.
Where's she gonna find quiet place?
I go in my closet.
Yeah.
I literally go in the closet.
Yeah. I I don't know. I think that, this is obviously something that we're unqualified for, right? But I would just say that you're right, right? So you were right to be upset. You're right to leave him, get the divorce.
Mm-hmm.
You're right to not want to serve him anymore. You're right to want to move away, and be from under whatever security that he provides or his benefits provide. Like, you are spot on for that. You're right for even some of those thoughts that you might be having. You know what I'm saying? Like, justify, right? But in all that, there's still like, you deserve better, right? And so I would love to see, I know one thing is like, we can hop on the phone and I can help you kind of figure out a plan, for the next year. You know what I mean? Just kind of like mapping out, okay, what's the goal and how we're going to get there, I would really want to do that, because that's something I know I can do. You know what I mean? So yeah, let's reach back out, or we'll email you and hop on the phone if we can, cry with you. 'Cause that's tough.
She sent this last night.
Oh my gosh. Well, okay.
Okay, I will reply back. My husband and I met online. We instantly connected and got deep quick. Both of us were different from what we've had in the past, but our goals, morals, beliefs aligned immediately. I knew he would be my husband, but not as fast as he did. We basically spent all day, every day talking for about 2 months. All day, every day? They don't work. I'm just teasing. Okay. We did become intimate in the first month, but it wasn't the base of why we got married so fast. Actually, still learning, growing our intimacy in the bedroom. He basically was struggling with a health issue, but had no insurance. He tried the government insurance. He tried the government insurance before, but it was too expensive based off his income, and did not provide enough coverage for his needs. Me, on the other hand, I am a federal employee with amazing coverage and expensive insurance. His health issue was a major concern for both of us. So I suggested marriage so that he could be added to my health insurance plan to get him the help he needed. Therapy was another resource he needed badly, as well as myself. We both agreed. This is now in all caps. So we went from all lowercase to now all caps. Therapy was another resource he needed badly, as well as myself. We both agreed to the marriage idea and got married. After 2 months of knowing each other, here we are 7 months into marriage, with struggles of getting to know each other, but at the same time getting help through therapy. I would really love your thoughts on arranged marriages or marriages like mine, where you know this is your partner for life, but the timing is insanely fast. I'd love for my story to be shared and to hear your perspective. I'm such a huge fan of you both, aspire to be as real as y'all and love as hard as y'all do with each other. Thank you. I prefer to remain nameless.
We don't ever name nobody.
Yeah.
Ever. But, wow. Our thoughts on arranged marriages?
Well, the thing about it is they arranged it. It wasn't like parents arranging the marriage. They arranged the marriage.
Yeah. That's just called getting married. It's not arranged marriage. It's just y'all got married.
Yes. And I don't know. Yeah, because I don't know if it was necessarily a marriage that was arranged because they both had knowledge that
Of
this
each other,
was the
yeah.
person they were going to end up with. They just ended up together sooner rather than later.
Seemed like she kind of rushed it, though, to me.
She brought it up.
Yeah, she was like, I knew he was my husband way before he did.
No. She said he did. Not as fast as he did. I knew he would be my husband, but not as fast as he did.
Oh, okay. So it was his idea.
No.
He knew more than she did. So he was rushing it.
No.
Who's rushing it?
So you know how we dated, right? And you put a ring on layaway in August, which was 5 months after we dated. We we officially became boyfriend and girlfriend, right? So like
4 months, 3 months.
So I knew I was probably going, like, I don't even know if I really knew that I was going to marry you, honestly, but I knew you were someone that I could marry, right? But you in August knew you were going to marry me.
I was going to propose.
You
There's
knew-
so many different steps before getting married.
Okay, listen. You took it seriously enough to put a ring on layaway and plan a proposal.
I'm serious about everything.
Okay.
I bought a puppet.
So basically that's what she's saying.
Okay.
You know, she was like, I had an idea that like this guy could marry, but he knew before I did.
Mm-hmm. Okay, got it.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, I'm like having a hard time. I woke up too early this morning.
Okay. And then, so let me just clear up some things for you. So that part is clear to you, right?
Yeah.
And then, so then she was like, you know,
He has health issues.
he has some health issues. And she goes, he tried government insurance, but it was too expensive based on his income and did not provide enough coverage for his needs. We know the struggle, right? Her, on the other hand, she's a federal employee with amazing coverage and inexpensive insurance. His health issue was a major concern for the both of them. So she suggested marriage so that he could be added to her health insurance plan to get him the help he needed. I've never heard of anything like that. I mean, I guess I've seen it in movies.
In military, it happens all the time. Hey,
Yeah.
let's get you this visa. Let's get you a citizenship. If we get married, you'll be a citizen.
Yeah.
Well, I would say that this is what happens when you kind of rush into things. Like, for instance, if I would have gotten a college degree, I wouldn't be so confused now, right, about business. Like, if I got a business degree, so I had to learn more about business than actually doing business. I had to learn about business while I was owning a business instead of actually doing business, right? So now you guys can't, like, be enjoying marriage because you have to get to know each other, right? You skipped a step. And now you can't skip a step. You got to keep.
Well, she said they spent all day, every day talking for 2 months.
Well, what did they talk about? Because obviously they didn't talk about the right stuff. Now they're trying to figure out other conversations, right? And they both needed therapy. They should have been talking to therapists all day, every day for them first 2 months. She ain't said be blunt because that's what she said. That's what she finna get. But I think when you skip a step, you often got to learn through the way. So this is what happens when you see like young, talented people like get record deals really easy, really young. and then their talent and their character are not aligned. So their character has to catch up with their talent,
good, yeah.
right? So you like look down on these people for being immature, or you watch these like people who are like grew up in the hood, get out of the hood playing a sport, get money, and then blow it. Because they never had to manage anything. You got to learn how to steward money, right? You got to learn how to do all this stuff. So whenever you skip a step, or wherever you're excelled or pushed into something fast, there's going to be a learning curve. And what you guys are having is a learning curve in your relationship, because now you got to learn each other, and it's very basic, right? Now, some people may have had good models, or they just know they're completely committed. But I feel like this is a marriage of somewhat convenience because of insurance, and things like that. But yeah, you rushed it a little bit. What you think?
I would never find myself in this situation. I'm not trying to like, I don't know. I wouldn't have done that. But now that you're here,
You wouldn't have?
married you so I can have health insurance? No.
Would you see? That's the thing. That's not what I'm asking. I'm asking, would you say yes to me if I needed the insurance because I was having a health issue? And you had good insurance, you wouldn't marry me? I believe she would, because I believe you would. I believe you would. Because I feel like the people pleaser in you
Nope.
has put
Absolutely not.
yourself.
After 2 months of dating you? No.
I believe you've put yourself in rough situations for people.
After 2 months of dating you, I would not marry you for health insurance reasons.
Okay.
You don't believe me.
I mean, I guess you saying you would. I'm just saying it's hard to believe. Yeah.
Interesting. I wish we could go back in time.
You gave me your car.
That's different.
Like
I didn't
3
sign a
months
legal
in.
document to marry you. I'm curious if they're living together. I'm curious so many things.
Yeah, this situation is a little weird. I feel like, not to say other situations aren't weird, but I don't feel like it's hard to get to know someone. And I kind of want to know, like, what issues are you having? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is the rub? Like,
She said, 7 months into marriage with struggles of getting to know each other, but at the same time getting help through therapy.
well, I would say that you're always going to be getting to know each other.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
I think if you've never been in a relationship before and this is your first time getting to know anybody, that would be difficult. Right? But you're always going to be getting to know your person you're with, because they're always going to change. Okay, I'm done with this conversation. I'm about to fall asleep.
Me too. Oh my gosh. I think we should delete this episode.
No, girl. We did a whole hour. What you think? You think I got time like that?
How married are you?
What?
Oh my gosh, hold on. Give me a second.
Come on, girl. I got stuff to do.
I have to stretch. How married are you?
I was watching my wife eat Hawaiian bread while she was watching TV.
I
And
had
she was
2
chewing.
rolls.
And she was like, "What are we going to eat for dinner?" And I was like, "I don't know. You figure it out." And she was like, "I want shrimp and grits. Where can we order shrimp and grits from?" Now, I already know that anytime we eat out, 90% of the time, it's going not to be good to me. Like, it's going to be something wrong with it. It's going to be something off. And I'm not going to have a good experience most of the time, except if we get sushi, because sushi is pretty much the same thing. My stomach might hurt afterwards or whatever. So she started to give Uzi a bath, and I was like, all right, and I just left.
Did not say bye to anybody. I got done bathing the child, and I was like, "Where is your father?" I looked everywhere. I even
What
looked
did you want me to
outside.
do?
I was like, "Where is your father?" And the kids were like, "I don't know. He's in the other room." And I looked in the other room. You're not in the other room. And I looked outside. I looked in the garage. I was like, I looked in the bathroom. I looked everywhere.
You never looked for me like that.
I know. And that's why when you came through the door, I was like, where
'Cause
the
I'm
heck have you been? And if I would have left the house without saying anything, you would have called me, FaceTimed me, and told me my children were sitting here all sad and pouty.
Because they were sitting there all sad and pouty. My kids didn't even care I was gone.
Because they were watching TV.
First of all, you never had to look for me that long because you know I'm usually on the toilet. You know exactly where I am.
You're usually on the toilet or you're like on the couch in the other room, and I'm like, where the heck
And
is
I
he?
only get to sit there for like 5 minutes. As a matter of fact,
What?
last night I was on the toilet and Uzi, you made Uzi call me off the toilet.
I didn't. I just.
And you asked me on the toilet.
That's not true.
What's not true?
I don't know that. Some part of that.
Look, you asked me while I was on the toilet.
No, I had him knock and I said, did he ask you like how long are you gonna be or something?
No, he said, "Are you peeing or pooping?"
Oh yeah. That's
and
what
I said,
happened.
"Mind your business." And he said, "Well, I want to use the shower." And I'm like, "Get out of here." So then Yvette goes, "Babe, seriously, when's the last time you pushed?"
I did say that.
Crazy behind. So after I got off the toilet, I was like, I'm out of here. The least I could do is just take a little drive. And I went to the store to get.
Did you know you were going to the store, or were you just taking a drive?
No, if I was gonna go to a drive, I'd have been gone for like an hour.
Yeah, that's what I was confused.
So I went to the store and I got the jumbo shrimp, and I got a.
Was it wild caught?
No, it wasn't. It was farmed. You ate farmed.
You served me farmed.
It was good though, wasn't it? Anyway, let me finish my story.
They have wild caught.
Hush now. Let me finish. The wild caught is frozen. Hush. Let me finish, please.
Shrimp doesn't take that long to defrost.
Let me finish.
Thank you.
When's the last time you defrosted shrimp? When is the last time you've defrosted shrimp?
Not that long ago, actually.
You
Didn't I
haven't.
make you shrimp? When's the last time I made you shrimp?
You ain't make me no daggone shrimp.
Oh my gosh. I have video evidence.
You talking about the frozen shrimp you got that was already cooked? Let me
No,
finish.
it was.
Let me finish, please, because you get on my nerves. So, all right. So anyway, so I went to go get this woman some shrimp and grits, and she came. When I walked through the door, she looked like the mom from Berenstain Bears, just my arms off, crossed. She looked so comfortable. Where have you been? You know, eating the Hershey's. I went from Hawaiian bread to Hershey's. I'm like, this woman is hungry. And she was like, "Did you get shrimp?" She saw the bag and she was like, "Did you get shrimp?" I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "Oh, well, I'm gonna get out your way."
I didn't say.
And then she went up in her room and was quiet. Now, what were you looking for me for, first of all?
Babe, I just always want to be in your presence.
Yeah, I had to get up out of there. See? So then I started making the shrimp and grits. And so I found a little hack. So I'm not like a recipe follower. So I'm kind of like
He's not.
I just kind of go with the flow. So I just started to like watch a bunch of content that was already people just making a bunch of shrimp and grits. And I just followed the rules that they were following. You know, they use heavy cream, they use garlic, they use this. I was like, okay, cool. So I pretty much got the gist of it. And I made the most fire shrimp and grits I've ever tasted. It was so good. And then, well, at first I didn't even know it was good until I gave it to her.
It was really good.
Yeah.
It was, I think it was, I don't know if I've even had restaurant quality shrimp and grits like I had last night.
Yeah. It was really good. And I was like, okay, I'm starting to feel more confident in the kitchen. Not like, I don't know if I should start to do like any cooking shows or anything like that. Like, or do any of that, because I don't have a recipe. It's really frustrating. You know what I'm saying? When someone asks me, how did you do this? And I'm like, I don't know. Ugh. She's still burping up the
Excuse
crimson
me.
grits. Anyway, homegirl finished the food and was licking the bowl because it was so good. That's how married I am.
I think you should, you should, if you are an old school belief in fatherhood, viewer, I think we all should put in the comment sections below, Glenn Henry, we miss food for thought. Bring back food for thought.
Really?
Because I think that would be a really cool series on TikTok. Look at you. You know, you trying to create content all the time. TikTok. Shoot. As a matter of fact, this week I think weekly, What's His Face should film you cooking something.
Well, check this out.
What?
You know what's crazy?
What?
Is that this is like the one thing that I don't want to feel like work. Like, it is really therapeutic for me to like do something and like make a duck.
All right.
And, you know, it comes out good and I get to like,
okay.
I'm still going to film it like here on my phone, but it doesn't have to feel like work. Because if I feel like work, I feel like I can't make a mistake. You know?
Well, that's sad.
Yeah, we'll see. Jordan might, you know, we'll see. Anyway.
Jordan does a really good job being a fly on the wall.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. He's incredible.
So.
All right. How married are you?
I'm so married that I ate your shrimp and grits. That was a long marriage you are.
Well, you kept interrupting. I said, I went to the store. Didn't tell nobody he left. I was looking for you. I went here, I went there. You had a whole rant.
All right, I'm so married. I be married. I'm married. Shoot.
No, you are married.
Gosh.
You have done something recently, though. Oh, I got another one.
For me or for you, fool?
For me.
Oh, I don't know if I've ever said this, but I'm so married that sometimes, I'm married a lot of ways. I'll do this one. I'm so married that sometimes Glenn just be going to sleep, you know? He just go to sleep. And he'll like take off his Apple Watch and just leave it in the middle of the bed. And I'm so married that I will take your watch and put it on the charger.
On the other side of the bed?
On the other side of the bed, because I know how frustrating it is when you wake up and your watch is not charged.
That is a good one, because I did not know you did that.
Yes, often.
I appreciate that.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
That's
and
just how married we are.